Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is of course Jack and welcome back to Lumber Tycoon 2, and today I am joined by the one and only... Is it Ender Veen or is it Ender Ven, or can I just call you Ender?
You can just call me Ender.
Fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine with Ender. That's easy for me to remember. I'm horrible at names. And for those of you that do not know, Ender is the head of the Lumber Tycoon 2 wiki, and he's kindly agreed to come and record with me today to talk about what we think, or what we think could possibly, or what we don't think could possibly be the future of Lumber Tycoon 2. But guys, before we start this video, did you know that 85% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed to my channel? So if that's one of you guys, please do consider subscribing. We're so close to hitting 15,000 subscribers. It would be great if we could hit it for the end of this month. We're going to be just looking back over things that have been added, like probably within like the last last 2 or 3 years, with the exception of this one here. And I'm just going to be shouting out some ideas, and for a lot of you, you probably won't have known that these things are here if you're new to Lumber Tycoon. Okay, the first one has got to be this. I would say that apart from the candy cane axe, this has got to be surely one of the biggest unknowns for Lumber Tycoon, surely.
It definitely is one of the biggest unknowns, but it's also one of the longest unknowns. This has been here as long as I can remember.
I've got written down that it's actually been here since 2015. And I think I got that from the wiki, so I'll believe you. I don't know, it's just really odd, and it fascinates me, this part here, because you can see that it's been specifically like designed to be like this. Like you can see, like if you shift lock into the wall, you can see the 2 lines. Then you can see this additional brick here, which which doesn't go all the way. It literally only goes to like from here all the way to that end.
So it does question if will ever be an addition. Like, sure is possible, but unlikely.
It could be a very similar system with the Shrine of Sight, that, you know, items have to be placed somewhere in order for this biome to like actually sort of spawn in, similar to the Shrine of Sight if you don't have the 2 boxes. So Ender's already made it very clear to me as well that, you know, there are some things that he does know, or that he thinks he knows. Unfortunately though, he can't disclose everything to us because he's selfish and likes to keep everything to himself.
Hey.
I'm only joking. Only joking. Ender probably knows things that he has to keep a secret in the role that he's in. So, Ender, you were saying to me about potentially the Produce engine, so the engine that's used in Test 2 for anti-exploits, potentially being like recrafted or remade in order to suit Lumber Tycoon 2 or something like that?
Well, the discussion was actually made a couple of years ago with the pre-testers of Test 2, so most of the people from the wiki. Back in 2018, he discussed, well, the question was brought up on whether or not he will be rebuilding Lumber Tycoon 2 with the Produce engine that he's making, or at least how he described it. It would have to be a different game because it would possibly be like an entire reset to the game itself. All the bases could be wiped, the current blueprints would break while using the new ones that come from the Produce engine. How he described it was that he would have the old version, and then he would have a new version, which would be like a 2.5 or something like that.
Almost like a classic version and then a sort of remastered or something like that.
Basically, like that. Like he described it how that he would be calling the current Lumber Tycoon 2 the classic, and then he might name the remastered version. He might leave it to the default name.
Pretty much that's the anti-cheat like engine that he uses within Produce, like, you know, obviously that prevents the exploits, or prevents the majority of the exploits that are occurring in Produce potentially coming over to Lumber Tycoon 2, but by doing that it would require Defaultio to remake other parts of the game. You were saying sort of like the blueprints, so they
right. Blueprints, even the wood would be completely different. They would use the new wood chopping script where like it wouldn't be just a black line,
where it sort of makes an actual like a sort of dent in the side of the wood, instead of just having, like you say, the black line that goes across like gradually the more you chop it. That system that is used in Produce is obviously looks a lot better than the one that's used in here.
The new Produce engine could possibly include would be completely redesigned GUI. I believe he said that all the NPCs that are currently in Lumber Tycoon 2 would have the R15 design. I still don't know if he plans to add boats to Lumber Tycoon 2, even if he uses the Produce engine. I would assume that he would be more motivated to work on Lumber Tycoon 2 more if a remastered version were to be a success. If Defaultio is watching this, don't get mad because this is all public on the Test 2 Discord server.
What Ender's trying to say is that if you get mad, it's not my fault, blame Ender. That's what he's trying to say. So,
Oh boy.
okay, so this is the next one that I have written down. For those of you that don't know, this was added 2019. Now, there's one thing that I note always when I'm telling someone about this, or whenever someone asks me about it, and that is the fact that you can zoom out, and it is almost like an arrow pointing to this palm island over here. Now, do you reckon I'm just on a wild goose chase with that?
No, I've heard the like a bridge connection to the Palm Island before.
I don't know whether he'd ever add a bridge to go to a palm island, because did you? Well, you probably will have watched the RDC 2019 interview with Defaultio.
I've watched it, though I can't remember like exactly what he said though. I remember like the folks at the wiki. We've had a chat with him before, and he mentioned that the Palm Islands were never intended to be beached.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said in the RDC interview, and he was saying like, oh, there's even like people that are trying to discover ways. Like, I added these palm islands out in, like, you know, from where nobody could get them, and it's like, right, so, you know, you probably didn't ever intend for anyone to get them. The third one that we have, which again a bit mysterious, but again hasn't done anything with it, which is actually quite difficult to see from where we are. Also, just remembered we don't have any axes, so we'll have to go and buy like a TNT from Bob Shack to wall climb up there. I'm teaching Ender how to wall climb. This is big. Maybe I'll just title that the video. From looking around here, this area here, which is not the safari point, which we can see just there with the two trees on, but the area where the rocks have been extended over to the far end there, they were added, I'm pretty sure, around the same time as the peninsula. Is that right? So again, these rocks were added, no explanation that we at least know of, and we don't think that a new area has been added around there, at least to our knowledge anyway. There's a little section of water where you can walk down without dying, right at the edge of the map there. Again, that's going to be quite tricky to get to, considering that we just dropped the piece of TNT, but it's fine. Any predictions for this area?
It would probably be the same thing for any other area. It can be another biome. It could be just there for teasing. We all know Defaultio.
Of course. What tree do you want to do it from?
You can do it from any tree, depending on, I guess. Let's try from a cherry.
Oh. Oh. Didn't get to make it over there, which is a good job, actually, because, if you aimed it properly, you could probably, like, it'd be really difficult, but you could probably land on Hoover as he was leaving, or, like, while he was midway there.
I mean, that is a good way of getting over there. And, if you really position yourself...
Jump! Oh no! I've flung out. Oh my! Oh my!
Oh, I'm there.
Are you at the island?
I am at the island.
Oh my life! So Ender's having a wonderful summer holiday, and here I am in the water. Right? I had to leave. I would have died otherwise. That would have been so sad.